Must be the last one of the season.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Alondra. That's going to be the opener.
Please.
Because I'm John Sellmeyer. Hello, everyone. I am joined here by my beautiful wife, Alondra. Hello, Alondra.
Hello, John. You gotta introduce me a different way. Every time you say, my beautiful wife.
But you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
Facts, yes. But what else am I? Dun 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 dun.
Everyone, I want to welcome a lady who has a bachelor's in health science from the
gosh.
University of Missouri, Kansas City. Go Kangaroos. She has spent some time working for nonprofits as a social worker, question mark?
I was basically a social worker.
She has also worked in Big Lots. Please welcome
Big
Alondra.
Just skip over my 5 years of newborn hearing screens, but okay.
I just thought I'd throw in randomly Big Lots. You got us that Christmas tree.
I did. That's true.
Yeah. No, you did the newborn hearing screens.
Yes.
Is that your favorite job you've ever had?
Considering I was there for 4 or 5 years, yes, probably.
That's interesting. I thought you were there so long because you liked the hours.
I mean, the hours were great too, but who doesn't love newborn babies?
Tell everyone, the job title is kind of self-explanatory, but I thought you were blasting beeps in babies' ears. Explain to everyone what the test is like.
So after you have a baby, there's lots of different screenings that they have to go through in the hospital. And one of them is a newborn hearing screen. That is what I did. So basically, we would go in, provide information, and then it was our job to set the baby up, essentially, wrap them up, and then connect them to a bunch of wires and little they looked like little headphones. Honestly, they were pretty cute. And then our test, it would play beeping noises. And so those little connectors that we would put on the baby would measure the baby's brain activity. So basically, whenever they would hear that sound, their brain would kind of respond. It's pretty cool, honestly. And so that's how you kind of measure if baby can hear out of their left and right ear.
So the whole brain activity thing is what amazed me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought somehow the machine was able to tell, I don't know, if their ear opened up.
I know, that's what a lot, and that was the old joke by the end of my experience there was, how do you test that? Does the baby blink or nod? I'm yeah, no. Obviously I wouldn't say it like that, but then I would kind of explain it's an auditory brain response.
Yes.
And it was measuring baby's brainwaves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show, Alondra, the hearing baby screener.
Now I'm just a stay-at-home mom. That's my title. And I won't say just because I want to give credit to all the stay-at-home moms. And we are not just stay-at-home moms. We are literally everything.
I was going to say that's a more difficult job. That's 24 hour, 7 days a week, 365, no break job.
Yes, unless you have an amazing partner like I do.
Aww.
And I get breaks and I get help. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I didn't know I'd receive compliments today, so thank you.
You got Eleanor kisses, you get compliments, you get it all.
Oh my God, it's been a beautiful day. So, Alondra, I invited you on the podcast, one, because I've had several people reach out and say, we haven't heard from Alondra in a long time. Where the heck is she? We miss her.
I don't believe you.
You're a fan favorite. I will say that. And number two, I wanted to ask you about, we now have a bearded dragon.
Yes, we've had him for, I don't know, maybe about a month?
Yeah, that
a little
sounds
over
right.
A month, maybe.
And do you want to tell everyone how he got his name and what it is?
Oh my gosh. So our second child, our second born Truman, has been bugging for some kind of pet. He's always wanted a lizard, I decided because we were so proud of him for getting into LEAP, which is the gifted program at our school district. I was like, you know what? He's 7 years old. He's about to be 8. It's probably a good age to take on some responsibilities and get him his very first pet. So we got him a bearded dragon.
Yes.
And his name is Blaze. I definitely wanted to name him something else, But Truman was very set on Blaze, so I was like, fine, even though I take care of this thing more than anybody, I let him keep the name Blaze.
I think in terms of who takes care of the bearded dragon, you're definitely first place, but I'd say I'm second for sure.
Yeah, you definitely
I mean, he's fun.
you feed him
It's
his
fun
crickets.
feeding him crickets and those creepy roaches.
They're dubia roaches, by the way.
Terrifying.
Not like cockroaches.
Not the kind that we try to sneak into Carlton's food.
Nah, no.
That's a joke. If you listen to my episode, The Allergy Atlas, you will get that joke, by the way. But with the bearded dragon, when we got him, I was like, he needs a friend. What if we got him a Pac-Man frog? And when I was talking to the person at the pet store, they said a Pac-Man frog can get as big as a small Easter basket, and
Which
that
is
it will,
terrifying.
which is horrifying. A frog can get that fat and big, and that it will eat the bearded dragon.
But that's kind of crazy because a bearded dragon, they get about maybe 2 feet long,
Like Chihuahua size, right?
like Pepe sized.
Pepe.
So they get as long as like your fingers to your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like mine, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you think that it would be big enough to be with the other thing. I mean, don't put them together, but it's just weird that a frog that size could eventually eat
A bearded
a
dragon.
bearded dragon.
It's
I guess maybe
terrifying.
it's little, maybe. But if they grew up together, you would think they would like grow the same size, the same way. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Something.
But yeah, we didn't get the Pac-Man frog.
No Pac-Man frog. So we have Blaze.
Womp womp.
Do you, out of everything we have fed him, what's been your
Yeah.
favorite thing we've fed him? That's alive.
That's alive. You don't like the dubia roaches, but
Terrifying.
it's
Picture-
so easy to like just hold a little carton. It
Oh, man.
sticks his tongue out and eats it.
Audience, imagine a wide, fat roly-poly that runs as fast as a tank.
It's fat, but it's also flat.
Yes, it's creepy.
It is pretty creepy.
I hate them, man.
I like
It's horrible.
those are entertaining. And then the hornworms, those blue hornworms, they look like a caterpillar out of like Alice in Wonderland. That's what my sister compared it to. And it's so true. They're like bright yellow. I mean,
Mhm.
blue.
Yeah.
They're bright blue and they just get so big and fat though. Like,
Juicy.
tell him a story when you fed him one that was overgrown.
Okay, so Alondra bought these. They're called hornworms, right?
Yes, hornworms.
And imagine, essentially, it looks just like a caterpillar. We get these hornworms. Alondra is feeding the bearded dragon these hornworms occasionally. And it's because Alondra taught me this. If you feed him one, that's enough water supply for the bearded dragon for like a week.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
And he has a water bowl, so if he gets thirsty, he can go get more. But
It's like a treat for them.
Exactly. So, with that being said, Alondra was gone one day, and she said, if you really want to, you can give him one. I didn't know by now. We'd had them for 4 weeks. They had grown so fat and plump.
Disgusting.
He may have been bigger than my pinky.
It's absolutely foul.
Disgusting.
It's so gross.
So I pluck that sucker, and I go to feed Blaze.
Oh my gosh.
And just like in The Lion King, that scene where they're eating all the insects.
Oh yeah, where Simba like slurps the.
Yes. Yeah. I
So
give
gross.
Blaze the hornworm, and he starts to choke
Ew.
because it's so fat and juicy and huge. And I didn't know. You had told me this after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to feed it to him sideways, so
Yeah.
he bites it in half, then bites it in half, then
Yeah.
bites it in half.
Chews it up.
And so I fed it to him like a piece of spaghetti, and he started choking on
Oh
it.
my god.
I'm like, oh my God, am I going to have to give CPR to Blaze? Like I gave CPR to
At that
Lizzo.
point, he would have just been a goner.
Do you remember when I gave CPR to our dog
Oh
Lizzo?
yeah.
I was like, this is going to have to be just like that.
Oh my gosh. But what happened was you told me that Blaze eventually bit the hornworm and all of his like nasty juice flew out the other end.
I forgot about that.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to talk about, but
It was a horror movie.
it's so disgusting. Eventually, these worms got so big that we gave them to
Bubba.
my nephew Bubba, and he made a whole enclosure for them actually, and he has
Oh.
them
That's beautiful.
at their house, and I think one of them is actually cocooned. But what's
Ooh.
creepy is these turn into the ugliest gray brown moth. Like
Really?
huge, ugly ass moth.
Fascinating.
disgusting.
Another fun fact about bearded dragons. According to Google, you cannot catch your own bugs and feed it to them
Mm-hmm.
because supposedly they're covered in, the ones outside are covered in
They
pesticides
could
and
be.
all sorts of stuff. So you're not supposed to catch your own, which I'm like, we would save so much money.
Yeah, I think for 30 crickets, it's what, $5 or $6 at PetSmart?
Sounds about right.
And that may not sound bad, but when you're buying them every 2 days,
It adds up.
3 days if we're pushing it, it adds up, yeah.
And I just bought a 50-pack of mealworms.
Yeah, those are nasty too, actually.
And those are like, just imagine grubs or worms with legs. It's
yeah,
creepy.
like a grub.
Yeah. He likes them though.
He does. Those are not as bad to feed. They're easier to pick up with the tongs.
And then I thought we would end on a beautiful note. What's your favorite vegetation to give Blaze?
Oh my gosh. Well, I know for a fact he likes dandelions, so I love picking him dandelions and feeding him those. As we talk about this, I'm like, why is Truman not doing any of this? Like, what the heck? I'm talking about all the stuff we do. I'm like, where's Truman?
Yeah. He could definitely have the added responsibility. But the dandelion reminds me of Ice Age, where the two guys have the last dandelion,
Look,
and then
a dandelion.
Sid lands on it.
Must be the last one of the season.
That was good.
I know the whole movie.
That was
so.
beautiful. I didn't know you knew all of
I
this.
almost made a voice for Sid the Sloth too, but I didn't.
Ooh, can I close my eyes? I'll see if I can picture Bruno.
Look. No. A dandelion.
Is that what he says?
Must be the last one of the season.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Alondra. That's going to be the opener.
Please. Oh my gosh. No.
That was awesome.
That's so embarrassing.
Is there anything else you want to say about bearded dragons, Alondra?
They are a lot of work, a lot of responsibility, very tedious with it's called husbandry, which is another term I've learned, which is basically like their overall like health, like their cage, like if they don't have parasites. Like it's a whole ordeal. And these things are supposed to live like, I don't know, like 30 years they could live up to if you actually take care of them. So don't go into it thinking it's a easy first time reptile owner pet, because it is not. It's a lot of work.
And they said beginner.
It did say beginner. I'm like, this is not for
But
beginners.
he's really not. And he kind of has a personality.
A little bit, yeah. He's in quarantine right now, so he's not doing much.
He's got them parasites.
Got them parasites.
And also, we fed him some crickets this morning, but we were low. We ran to PetSmart, came back, and he was like staring out the glass like, Mom, Dad, where's the rest of my food?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I said,
He's sassy. He eats way too much, I think.
this was a couple days ago, Blaze, lick me. And I held him up to my face, and his little tongue licked me.
No, he licked your cheek.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, he's cute. I like him. He's growing on me. I already want to like get him a bunch of things, but you know,
Yeah.
in time.
One day. Well, Alondra, this was beautiful.
Love you.
Hello, Truman.
Hola.
What do you want to talk about today? Do you have anything you want to say to the podcast world?
There was a Fortnite Live event.
Fortnite Live, for you gamers out there, what was the event about?
The Death Star sabotage.
Death Star sabotage. And what did you dress up as?
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks. But what did Jar Jar Binks wear? Do you know what that armor's called? I'm testing your Star Wars knowledge right now. You dressed up as
The dark side?
he said the dark side. That's not what it is.
What is it?
A stormtrooper. Did you know that phrase?
Jar Jar is a stormtrooper?
So remember when you put on that white armor?
Yeah.
That's a stormtrooper. And then do you know who you fought at the very end?
I know his iconic line. No. The Emperor?
Yeah. Say it into the mic.
The Emperor?
Yes, the Emperor. Do you know his iconic line? Do you remember it, or do you want me to say it?
This is the real power of the dark side.
Yeah. You don't know the true power of the dark side, which was awesome. All right, Truchi, what do you want to add? Do you remember what you said last time? And it got 100 views. Chicken nuggets.
Chicken. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Tacos! One more thing. If somebody out there has not seen our YouTube channel,
Do you want to say the name of it?
The Bro Squad. DUH.
DUH Bro Squad. Because Aunt Lizzie typed in THE, but it's not THE, it's DUH Bro Squad. Benjamin just joined us on the podcast. Truman has crawled away like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. Benny, welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
So I heard you have some exciting news dealing with your little sister. What is it?
2 weeks ago, I was with my sister in my mom and dad's room, and I was playing with her and giving her kisses and hugs. And I was saying, "Can you say Ben?" And then she said, "Ben." And
Yeah.
then me and mommy started crying. Me and mommy started crying with happy tears.
That's beautiful, BB. Are you so happy?
Yes.
So Sissy can officially say Dada and Ben. And then today, she actually said up.
Oh, she did?
That's the very first time she said that. It
She-
actually made me shed a tear.
She's said down before, right?
When she sings it, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't
She knows a handful of words.
Doesn't she say "I love you" to the
As she sings Skinnamarink Dink. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Benny, what else do you want to talk about today?
I want to talk about the new Fortnite live event.
All right, let's hear it. Give me the breakdown.
Okay. The saddest thing happened today, you guys. So I logged into Fortnite, and then I joined the Death Star. Then me and Truman had to leave because it kicked us out. So then we joined back in, but then it kicked me out for some reason. When I tried going back in, it just wouldn't let me go back in.
Yeah, it was messed up.
But Truman was a nice brother, and he took turns with me.
Yes.
And we got to see the Emperor, who was fighting us.
Mhm.
We had an epic fight. He was shooting lightning, like he was zapping us with lightning.
Yes.
And then he used the Force and threw spaceships at us.
Mhm.
But after that, we landed on the island. Season is Chapter 6, Season 3. And they'll be introducing the new Superman from the new superhero movie.
Ooh.
And I think Zootopia. Yeah, Zootopia 2 is coming out soon.
Ooh. That's a lot of stuff. Nice. Wow. That's awesome, Benny. So, are you excited to play as Star Wars characters?
Yes.
Nice. But you guys could already play as Star Wars characters, right? Do you just get more?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, BB. Anything else you want to talk about?
Chicken nuggets are tasty!
Hey, Harry. I want you to put your face right up to this, but don't touch it. Yeah, just like that. I want to ask you, did you like T-ball today?
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about T-ball?
From getting tea.
Getting tea at T-ball?
Yeah.
You didn't get tea at T-ball? Wait. Tell me one more thing. Ready? Oh, wait. Remember, don't touch it. Don't touch it. All right, wait. Put your head right here.
I like your soup.
Wait. Ready? Harry, do you remember catching the ball with alligator hands?
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
And then, are you excited to do it one more time?
Yeah.
All right, Harry.
I love you. I love you.
All right, that was my goofy son, Harry. He will be on in the future, probably. Thank you, everyone. I would have little Eleanor on, but she is dancing right now like a ballerina. So, thanks, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Food, glorious food. I have to try it.
One more thing they have to add.
All right, but you gotta get close to the mic.
You would never know the real power of the dark side.
Perfect.